Meta doesn't usually hide their best hardware, but this time, I think they kind of did. A few weeks ago, Meta quietly revealed a few new VR prototypes. There was no flashy keynote, no social media blitz, just a quiet little research paper and a few technical sheets that most people never even saw. But what they actually revealed, it might be the most advanced VR headset that we've ever seen. And if you look closely at the specs, the optics, and the timing, it starts to look a lot like something else entirely. Maybe even the Quest 4. Alrighty guys, welcome back to Fix My Oculus. This is the channel where we fix, repair, and test all things VR, and occasionally dive headfirst into the rabbit hole of what Meta is really up to. And today, I think I've stumbled upon something pretty big, like next generation VR big. Meta's Reality Labs division, the department behind every Quest headset so far, just revealed not one, not two, but 3 new prototypes. There was no big announcement or press release, they weren't hyped by Zuckerberg and team, and in fact they were barely acknowledged by the mainstream tech press. But buried in the details of these devices is what I believe could be a roadmap. Maybe even quiet confirmation of the direction that Meta is headed in next. So let's start with the basics. Here's what Meta has officially told us. These are early research prototypes being developed at Reality Labs. They're experimental, they are not production ready, and they will be shown at SIGGRAPH 2025, which is a major graphics and VR tech conference next month. So what 3 prototypes are we talking about? Number 1 is a VR-only headset with an ultra-wide field of view. Number 2 is a mixed reality headset with high-fidelity color pass-through. And number 3 is the weird one. It's a visual Turing test prototype. And the idea is that it displays photorealism in VR. That's kind of the PR version, the surface level. But here's where things get weird. Meta doesn't usually play it quiet like this. When they launch hardware, even early research development hardware, they kind of want people talking about it. Yet here we are with 3 prototypes that have specs that completely blow away the Quest 3 and the Quest Pro, and barely even a whisper out of them about it. So I did what I like to do. I took a look at the designs, the timeline, and a little bit of the fine print, and I feel like I put some things together. These prototypes do not appear to just be flashy demos. They're like almost ready. The lenses, the sensors, the way these things are built, these are not futuristic concepts that are like 5, 6, 7 years away. They are, in fact, I believe, blueprints. Let's take a closer look at the specs for each one of these and break down the hardware, and you'll see what I'm saying. Prototype 1 is the ultra-wide field of view VR headset. This is probably the most visually dramatic one. It uses high curvature reflective polarizers, which is a new kind of optical layer that's supposed to be able to do what pancake lenses can't. The result of those is a headset that displays 180 degrees of horizontal field of view and 120 degrees of vertical field of view. That is close to double the field of view of the Quest 3, and almost human eye territory. For reference, the Quest 3 has about 110 degrees field of view. The Pimax Crystal has 130 degrees field of view. But it's not just about seeing more. Meta claims that they have solved the edge distortion problem that is present in a lot of wide field of view headsets. So just imagine being able to be in VR and not feeling like you're looking through a scuba mask. Prototype number 2 is our mixed reality headset with 80 megapixel pass-through cameras. If that's true, that's absurd. Allegedly, it uses 80 megapixel cameras for pass-through at 60 frames per second. And the pass-through field of view matches the VR field of view. So 180 degrees horizontal by 120 vertical. Now to put that in context, the Quest 3 has 4 megapixel cameras and the Apple Vision Pro has 12 megapixel cameras. And this thing is rocking 2 80 megapixel cameras. I mean, we're talking about like studio level cameras on a headset. That means better depth accuracy, near lifelike color, and realistic lighting in mixed reality. So if something like that was to make it into one of their headsets, it wouldn't feel like pass-through, it would just feel like a seamless, like real-world experience. Which brings me to prototype number 3, the visual Turing test headset, they're calling it. This one's all about realism. Meta designed a headset specifically to trick your brain into thinking that what you're seeing is real life. The displays have 90 plus pixels per degree, which is like retina-level quality. 1400 nits of brightness, so brighter than most TVs and monitors that you're familiar with. And it's supposed to be getting extreme contrast through the use of micro OLED panels. So if you've ever felt yourself complaining about the screen door effect or faded colors or low contrast, this prototype erases all of that. Now, it's not meant to ship directly. This is supposedly just a benchmark test. But benchmarks do usually point toward what's coming down the pipe. Pancake lenses were a benchmark. So here's what I'm thinking. These aren't just research toys. They are almost definitely the foundation for whatever Meta's next headset is going to be. And if you think about it, the Quest 3 launched in October of 2023, the 3S launched in October of 2024. Meta usually works on about a 2-year cadence with these things. So that puts the Quest 4 sometime in 2026, not 2027 like the leaks from last month would have led us to believe. And what's happening in August of 2025? These headsets are being demoed at SIGGRAPH, right before Meta Connect in September. That's a very convenient timeline. It certainly wouldn't be the first time that Meta unveiled new tech under a research label. That's how we got pancake lenses, that's how we got full color pass-through. They test it in a lab, then they show it off, then they refine it for consumer use. So what if the Quest 4 is in motion? The leaks from last month about the 2 canceled prototypes were just a red herring, and we are now getting a sneak peek of what the Quest 4 or other headsets might actually be. Even if the leaks are accurate and we're not getting a Quest 4 until 2027, this hardware would make it worth the wait. Let's just say even one of these features was to make it into the Quest 4. 180 degrees field of view, that's an immersion game changer. 80 megapixel pass-through, that would bury the Apple Vision Pro in mixed reality quality. And retina-level clarity resolution, that almost puts PC VR on notice. Because it's not just about specs, it's about the user experience. Right now, most VR headsets still kind of feel like gadgets. The average person is just too aware of the fact that they're wearing something. It's uncomfortable, it's sweaty, it's hot, it's too heavy, whatever. But these specs, it feels like a major shift, like real-world replacement. Because Meta's goal for years has been to normalize XR. And if these headsets are the next step, we're talking about a lot more than just upgrading from LCDs to OLEDs. So what do we do with this information exactly? Well, don't expect Meta to announce a Quest 4 next week or next month or anytime soon. But do expect SIGGRAPH to be a big moment. And if that goes well for Meta and the reception is warm, expect more coming out of Meta Connect in September. Because developers will be able to see what's possible, reviewers will get a chance to get hands-on, and the whole industry will be able to brace for what might be coming over the horizon. And here's my final thought. If this really is where Meta is going, it will force everyone else to level up. Apple, Sony, Pico, even Valve. Because it's not just about who has the best headset. A lot about the future of VR rides on who can create the most convincing version of reality. And Meta might be holding the winning hand. So what do you guys think? Are these just prototypes for the lab? Or is Meta building the ultimate version of VR right in front of us? Let me know in the comments because I really want to hear your guys' theories and thoughts. If you liked this video, hit the like button. It really does help us out. I've got more teardowns, deep dives, and VR speculation on the way. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. And don't forget, we are still doing our Xbox Edition Quest 3S giveaway. So if you've not entered into that, you can just click the link in the description below. But that's really all I got for you guys today. So we will see you on the next one.